Hello you guys, here I am again, Blood13 with another rant, since I promised to make quite a few today to make up for my lack of them. Well, this rant, as if you know what it is, if you've watched the StarClan entry rant, this is my Thistleclaw rant. Once again, not a rant against Thistleclaw, but more of against his haters. A lot of people hate him because he is apparently evil and all the terrible stuff he did to Bluefur. And I know, I do love Bluestar. And he went through a lot, but you also gotta think of what Thistleclaw went through too. Go through Bluestar's prophecy. She lost Snowfur. She lost her mother. She technically lost her mate, one of her kids. But then Thistleclaw went through a lot of crap too. First, when his young apprentice, he lost his sister Sweetpaw to sickness. She died. Then his mate got hit by a monster and was killed on the Thunder Path. So he went through some pretty heavy shit too. When you read through the books, you see how a lot of warriors respect him, but he doesn't have that many actual cats who are friends and attempt to like him because they don't seem to try to get past his arrogance and battle-hungry nature. Now, if you ask me, he's not evil. He just doesn't seem evil at all to me. Like, he never purposely tried to physically hurt a cat in his clan. If anything, he was just arrogant, battle-hungry, and stubborn. He would lead first in a battle without thinking. He would say stuff without thinking of consequences. And he was very arrogant. But that doesn't really make him evil. Like I said, all it does make him an arrogant warrior. Which is the same thing, kind of. You're such like as Berrynose and Spiderleg, they're all very arrogant. But no one would say they're evil. So I understand why everyone hates Thistleclaw. Just because he suddenly is in the Dark Forest, you automatically think he's evil and you have to hate him. But no. I personally believe he doesn't even belong in the Dark Forest. And if it was actually revealed by the Aarons that he was not originally in the Dark Forest. He originally died and went to StarClan. But then little Bluestar, who I did love, but then I found this out, I just like her now. She decides she's going to go in and she's like, oh, you don't belong here, and chase him out of StarClan, separating him from his true love, his sister, and all the cats he knew forever. He'd be forever stranded in the Dark Forest, alone and without his mate, his true love, and the one cat who saw past his arrogance and saw him for him. And that's just fucking messed up. God, it is just terrible. And when I read Crooked Promise, I know he was also training with the Dark Forest. Because Crooked Jaw saw him in the Dark Forest, and they were all training and everything. But you gotta remember, a lot of cats, especially in the 4th series, trained at the Dark Forest, but did not end up evil. Such as, Ivypool. She trained with the Dark Forest. She didn't turn out evil. Blossomfall. She didn't turn out evil. And Birchfall. He didn't turn out evil. They trained in the Dark Forest trying to make themselves better warriors for their clan. And that's what Thistleclaw was doing, because he wanted to become deputy. He wanted to be the best warrior he could be so he could become deputy. And all it sums up is that he's arrogant and greedy, but not evil. And let's see. And you can see how much he's hurting in the Crooked Promise. He's like going on and on about how much he's going to be deputy, and just so Bluefur can't be deputy because he sincerely thought I would blame Bluefur. Sorry for the little cutoff there. My cat Felix decided he was going to jump on my laptop, and it paused me in the middle of the voicing, so I'm going to continue. But like I said, he, honest to God, blamed Bluefur for killing the one cat who loved him and accepted him for who he is, and loved him with all her heart. Because from his point of view, Bluefur was the one who took her out of camp for a little walk. The one who upset her and caused them to run off and find the ShadowClan cats, in which she chased them into Thunderpath and got hit by a monster. So, you can see why he would have such a strong hatred for Bluefur. Before, he never really hated her. It was just more of a competition, because he was jealous, kind of, and wanted to be deputy. So it was more of a battle of, like, before then, it was just like competition and rivalry. But after Snowfur died, that is when his hatred for her grew, because he completely blamed her for Bluefur's death. So he decided that instead of sitting there grieving over his mate as much as he missed her and loved her, he was going to put in all his power to become deputy, as probably in a way, to me, is to make up becoming deputy for Bluefur, for Snowfur herself, since Snowfur died. And he, honestly, to me, does not belong in the Dark Forest. And proof enough is that he went to StarClan first, and Bluestar alone is the one who chased him to the Dark Forest. Apparently no other StarClan cat had any problem with him being there. It was only Bluestar, so her mighty ass self said, like, oh, I don't like you. You're going to go in the Dark Forest. And she just chased him there, where he is now forever separated from the one cat who truly loved him. Which, like I said, is jacked up. So, yeah, I personally love Thistleclaw, and he and Snowfur are actually one of my favorite shippings. So, this concludes this rant. So, some points I've made. Thistleclaw's not evil. He should have been in StarClan. And he's just hurting, guys. He's not evil. He's not a terrible cat. He's just hurting. So, that concludes this rant. And I'm going to go now. So, thanks for listening, and goodbye.